Hello there, happy to be here, and I'm also happy to be showing you step-by-step process of how to complete this project. So for most of you that are not really or very familiar with this portal setup or what this project is all about, then don't panic because I'll be explaining that briefly. So if you can see at the top left corner, there is a logo, Ensign College. So I'm a student of Ensign College studying information technology and through BYU Pathway Worldwide. And this is our cybersecurity project. So a disclaimer here, everything I do here is not, I'm not saying it's not perfect and neither am I saying it's perfect. So do make sure to subscribe and also comment, okay? Let's see how things are being done in your way. And this is how things are done in my way. Okay, now the deliverable for this week is to install Windows Server and Linux Server virtual machines. So I'm going to be showing you how to install a Linux Server virtual machines. Then again, in the next video, I'll also show you how to install a Windows Server a Windows Server machine. Sorry about that. So the very first deliverable in this particular project is to install virtual machines. And what's going to help us do that? We are going to use the VisualBox. So installing a VisualBox is quite pretty simple. All you have to do is to go to this website, www.visualbox.org. And once you get to this website, you're going to have Get Started, which is the download link. So once you click on that particular quick link, it's going to get you through to a particular page that tells you, okay, now your VisualBox platform packages, okay? Are you doing it for Windows? Are you doing it for Mac OS or Linux distributions, etc.? So if you have a Windows machine, you probably want to use the Windows host. But if you have a Linux machine or a Mac OS, then this is what you have to do. So you have to check for that. Those are for compatibility purposes, okay? So that is that for downloading a VisualBox. I already have mine, so I won't be going through the whole processes all together again. So this is how my VisualBox looks like. I would have shown you how to go through the whole process, but once it's downloaded, it's pretty much very easy. Okay, so once it's downloaded, it's pretty much very easy. It's an executable file where it will just open up and give you a pop-up just like this. Now, this is my ethical hacker for a Linux distribution. So it's pretty much for my own personal learning experience. So it's nothing really that important. So let's go straight over to our next deliverable. So for the next one, we are supposed to create two visual machines. Okay. This is actually not really necessary. This is for people who couldn't get a visual box running or who their system doesn't allow Hyper-V or visual machine simulation in their processes. Okay, so this is what they use. They use a Proxmox. So that's for our next video for most of y'all that's going to be interested in learning about that. Now you can see, now I'm to select one of the following Linux distributions. Okay, I'm to select whether Ubuntu, Debian, Fedora, CentOS, Red Hat, etc. So for me, I prefer Ubuntu because it's beginner friendly and also it has a whole lot of cool stuff which you're going to be seeing in coming weeks. So that is that, but I already did that. Okay, I already downloaded the Ubuntu ISO file. But once you go through this quick link, it's going to take you to this website, ubuntu.com, the download server. Okay, so in this ubuntu.com, this is the new version. So it's probably 3 gig, it's 3 gigabytes of size. So all you have to do is to click on the download. And once you do that, you're going to get something that looks pretty much like this. Okay. And once that is done, then you're sure that you've done pretty half of what is expected of you. Okay. Now, next up, we are going to head over to new. Okay. Now you're going to head over to your VisualBox. Remember, you're done downloading your ISO file. So now you just have to add it to your VisualBox. Okay. Just take it as a box. Okay. Where you add all of your visual machines, all of your simulated machines. Okay. Now let's go to new. And new, you have to probably give it a name. So I'm just going to give it Ubuntu. Simple as that. It could be anything, okay? It could be anything. So I'm just using Ubuntu for easier access so that I would also know what I'm heading over to whenever I come into the VisualBox. So next up, you're going to select ISO file. Okay, so I already have it here, but in case you don't know where to find it, just press on other. Once you click on other, it's going to show you okay where it's been embedded, and all you have to do is to click on it and it comes straight up. So you don't probably have to do anything much here. As you can see, the type is already being found, and also the version has automatically been grayed out. That's been founded already. So now all you have to do is just to go on next. So when you go on next, what you have to impute is your username and password. So I'm going to do something very easy and nice. So for security measures, you would also want your password to be very, very complex and very, very secure. So for me, I wouldn't bother because this is for a learning purpose. So I wouldn't bother doing that. So next up is the base memory. Okay, this will really affect your performance. So you pretty much want to keep it in the green radar. Okay, you won't want to take it to the red part of this scale. I would call that. Okay, because once you do that, you'd be stressing your system, and your system, it might not give you the best performance. So always keep it in the green zone. I can also take it here, but this is actually telling me, bro, this is the limit you can get it to. Okay, I can allow you get it to this point, no problem, but it's at your own risk because it will actually slow down your system and the performance of the visual machine if it comes up eventually. So having done that, I'm going to keep it in the red zone and actually give it a very good base memory that's going to give me at this efficient, optimal process. So let's go into next. Next up is to create a visual disk, which is I'm going to keep it at 30 gig just so that I can actually do pretty much a whole lot of stuff with my visual machine. So 30 gig is fine. I'm going to go on next. Now, this is a summary of everything you have done. So make sure to check it. Okay. Check for discrepancy, check for anything that's been not been configured properly. Mostly you'd always want to click on finish, but I would always want to look at it to see if there's something I would really want to configure or something I would really want to see how to get over with. So when I am done with finish, it's going to power on the Ubuntu server. As you can see, it's powering up the VM. So I'm just going to pause the video. I'll be back so that we can go through a whole lot of stuff about the configuration processes and how to get it all done and started. So that is that for now. See you in few minutes.